How you doing, Leo? See what we have for you with the Celtic Cross. Celtic Cross for Leo. Celtic Cross for Leo. Celtic Cross for Leo. Man. Celtic Cross for Leo. So Knight of Swords in reverse. Leo, you are not communicating with somebody. You're keeping to yourself. Oopsie. Now, with Knight of Swords in reverse, Knight of Swords upright, that's like movement towards somebody or something with a message, with communication. When it's in reverse, you are quiet. Mum's the word. You're not talking, you're not communicating. You are being defensive. And you're being observant with your, well, maybe you're not being observant, actually. I mean, you know, I guess the swords, they're considered the logical ones. They're considered critical and logical, and people that weigh the odds and look at the benefits and negatives. And when you're in reverse, that's the antithesis of that. I can't even speak. Now, Knight of Swords in reverse is a lack of communication. You're not talking. You're being defensive. You're not communicating. You're holding back. You feel like you're trying to see things in a different perspective. You feel like you don't want to move towards a particular person or situation any longer. And there's a need to see something in a different perspective. So you don't want to make movements towards this person or towards this situation because, you know, you're not sure what you should say, if this is something that's worth to have communication, or to talk it out or hash it out. I just feel like you don't want to communicate and you're putting things on hold. You're trying to see things in all different perspectives. Now the foundation is a Knight of Swords in reverse. You know, I think you might have took some time to really consider if you wanted to stay in a particular situation or, you know, have a relationship with a particular person. It seemed like this person's energy weighed heavy on you. Maybe after you hung out with this person, or maybe if it's a workplace, if you would come home from work, or, you know, it's something that felt heavy. It's something that it wasn't enjoyable. It's something that made you feel drained and exhausted and unrested, and there was something that made you feel really unsteady about it. And that's why you started to kind of hold back, and you started to really ask yourself, what is it about this particular person, relationship, job, situation that, you know, makes me feel unsettled? It makes me feel that I'm not really seeing something in particular, and there's a need to see what's really going on, because maybe your feelings is kind of trying to tell you something when your mind is trying to tell you something else. And usually when it's that lack of it's a lack of like where your thoughts and actions, or your thoughts and your feelings kind of, it's not on the same page. And when your mind and your thoughts is on a different page, that's when you have this confusion, and that's when you started to need to feel to keep yourself back. Because when your mind and your heart does not align, it brings a sense of being unsettled or unsure of what's going on, or who or what you're really dealing with, and why. And it made you really go within yourself and think, why do I feel so drained around this person? Why do I feel like I got my time wasted? Why, even if there's nothing on the surface, do I feel, I don't know, like I'm being fed on, or being used in some way, whether it's your time, your energy, your resources, for attention, for validation for somebody, I don't know. But it seems like you made up your mind. You're no longer going to let this keep you unsettled, because I think the confusion of what or who you're really dealing with is starting to become a lot more clear. And that's why you stopped communicating. Perhaps you did have some kind of blowout or argument, or, misunderstanding in some way. And perhaps it didn't really end well. It's on its side. Perhaps it didn't really end well. And maybe you were having this hankering feeling for a while before this blowout happened. Maybe you felt kind of disrespected in some way, or not valued, or kind of like, I don't know, used in some way. I don't know exactly what it is, but whatever this situation is, it's like the fog cleared and you're starting to see it for what it is, and it's not something that you really you're not sure if you want to invest in, and that's why you're holding back, because this person throws you off. This person's energy kind of just throws you off. It throws off your focus. It distracts you. And it frustrates you when it does distract you, because you're trying to concentrate. You're trying to do things. It's like, and it's like when you try to do things that you need to do and there's always somebody there distracting you, it's like you feel like really put out with somebody who constantly interrupts you. You're feeling really frustrated that somebody is constantly there throwing off your focus and what you need to do, when, it's like for the benefit of to ease their own boredom, or, I don't know, what is it, or to get some kind of benefit on your part, because it seems like you're toying with this for a really long time, on whether you're making too big of a deal about it, or whether you're blowing things out of proportion. But if you're starting to question what is it that you're really dealing with, and is this something that I really want to hang out with, and am I coming away feeling frustrated and like wanting to lash out and unsure if you want to deal with this person again, but yet you find yourself hanging out because maybe there's some kind of, association in some way. You feel even more frustrated, because it's like, it's you knowing something but not wanting to believe it. So that knowing is kind of on the unconscious, kind of like a cognitive dissonance, where something is under the surface. And if you're dealing with a toxic boss or person or situation, you're unsure if it's toxic or maybe it's just you. I don't know. And that's what really threw you off about it for a really long time, that maybe it is me. Is it me? Am I just being too touchy? Am I just like this all the time? Or maybe I have a habit of attracting these kind of people who are just really, really needy. I don't know. Or that just expect way too much from you. And so you feel put out every time you hang out, whether it is a chronic complainer, somebody who constantly creates their own problems or issues, who is addicted to drama because they like the attention and they want to talk to you about it. I don't know. Or like maybe a toxic boss or situation or family situation. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's like you don't want to stay in this space anymore. This person's energy just throws you off in not a positive way. Now, the past, perhaps this was a new friendship, the Fool. This is leaping out into the unknown, something new and exciting. This is you being optimistic. Maybe when you met this person or you got this job, like you felt like this could be something really good. Like you felt some kind of kindred spirit or connection, and you felt optimistic in the person that you met. They seemed like, an interesting support system. They seemed fun. And you're willing to, be optimistic about it and what to expect. Because you were coming out from a hard time, Perhaps you did need somebody to talk to. Perhaps you were going through an anxious or depressive moment, or coming out of something that an end of a cycle somewhere, and you ended up as kind of support system for this particular person, and you were optimistic and you were some kind of support system to each other at one point. Now, your goals, your conscious awareness, the best that can be accomplished at present, that's the strength. This is you. I see you walking away from the conflict, from the drama. Now, this Knight of Swords in reverse, this is someone who can be quite immature, can be quite impulsive, who doesn't think before they do or act. And it looks like you're moving away from this. You don't want to deal with energy like this. Perhaps you came out from energy like this and you kind of attracted possibly another kind of person like this. I don't know. But you guys seem like you were on the same page when you were at a lower, like at that down energy. But, you started to see the cracks somewhere. Maybe with like condescending and judgmental questions that they would give you. So, oh, what's up with that? Just asking you something, like you kind of have a feeling that they were kind of judging you in some way, but not really saying it, like some weird catty vibe underneath it all. But you weren't really sure if it was just you. Like maybe, I was, I don't know, maybe I didn't go out a lot at that time, or, I spent a lot of time on my own, and you're like, maybe it is me. Or maybe you just started to do a big rehaul of trying to get rid of a bunch of people who put you in this kind of place. And so you found yourself spending a lot of time by yourself or with yourself. So when you met this person, it definitely felt like an optimistic, like a new beginning. And it could be a friend, it could be a lover, it could be a new job. I don't know, but it looks like you are trying to have strength within yourself. The best that you can do is to become the embodiment of yourself. Now, with the Strength card, this is courage, this is resiliency, this is strength in general, this is loyalty, this is honorability, this is the sun, this is the ego, this is altogether you. Perhaps this was a test for you to assert your dominance in some way, for maybe this person was kind of pushy or needy in some way. And, you needed to kind of create a boundary, draw some lines, And with this strength, you see this maiden here. She's handling the line, but she's not doing it by the force of her physical strength, because if she tried to do that, she would get mauled and killed. But she's doing this with grace. She's doing this with empathy and understanding. Perhaps there's a need to not come from a judgmental place or an egoist place of being really judgmental of this person. I don't know why I'm saying that in particular. But just know that maybe this person isn't really all that right for you, because you're not in that particular place that you want to waste a ton of time on drama. And that's why you're pulling yourself back, because it seems like a really high drama person, like kind of a dramatic person. Now, the future, the world, this is an ending. This is an end of a cycle, an end of a chapter. This can be a divorce, breakup, an end of a friendship or job. This could be a move. But it looks like you're moving away. You're putting an end towards this. You're having strength towards people that are dedicated to having high drama and taking up a lot of your psychic energy. I feel like when you hung out with this person, you felt really exhausted and frustrated, like a feeling that you had your time just sucked from you. And you're putting an end towards this. And, it's not something that you want to have a big blow up. It seems like you said your piece in a very forthright way, or you're going to, because you're kind of sick of dealing with the situation and having your energy and your psychic energy drained from you. But you're doing this, like just saying very stoically, hey, I didn't like this. Could you not do that again? But you still wondered if you should still carry on with the situation. But, you feel like it's best to just put an end towards this, because you're headed towards something in particular. I see a lot of sun energy here, which is amazing. You're jumping into something new, a new beginning, a new cycle. And you only want high energy things. You want to be able to focus on what you need to do. And it seems like you are protecting yourself from people who feel it too entitled to your time and energy. This can be a divorce, a situation between an Aries and a Leo, or a change in household, a move in job or something, or like, let's say you're going to quit your job, I don't know, or jumping into a new cycle after you ended one. But this person puts you in conflict and you want to rise above it, and you don't want to be resentful anymore of having your time drained when you don't feel like this person has given a lot to you. Now, how you see yourself, your personal strengths, your weaknesses, and individual perspective of view. 3 of Cups. Now, it seems like you are a social person. You would like to keep things light. You would like to, enjoy yourself, like have reunions. You want to live in happiness and peace. You want to be able to be able to have fun. Maybe this person felt like a big drain of your time and energy, that you couldn't even focus on what you needed to do, and you couldn't have that time to yourself. Or you see yourself friendly enough and you're looking to meet people or who is more in line with your energy, because whatever you're dealing with definitely wasn't. So, and it's not like it doesn't seem like it's out of a sense of desperation, because you're willing to walk away for what's not good for you. But it's a sense of saying that, okay, if I want to go ahead and spend my time on things that I don't need to do, I want to make sure that I'm having a really good time, I'm having fun, and we're coming from the same place, and, we really enjoy each other's company. You're looking to possibly, I don't know, is this a reunion? Possibly it could be a reunion. Maybe you're going to meet somebody. Maybe you'd like to meet somebody. Maybe you would like to meet somebody that is just more in alignment with you. Perhaps you did. I don't know. But, Now, Leo, I wouldn't say that you're exactly like the super serious type. You like to have fun. You like to enjoy yourself when there's time set aside to enjoy it. So you could actually really enjoy it. So you could actually go out and have fun. But if somebody is constantly demanding all of your time, that's a whole different story, and then you feel put out. But it's not like you dislike having fun. That's not true. You just want to have fun, or you want to be able to enjoy yourself without feeling put out and not feeling that somebody constantly expects you to entertain them, I guess. I don't know, but you want to clear out relationships that don't really align for you, so you can open it up for people who do. Now, your environment, Ace of Pentacles, your home, your surroundings, family, loves, friends, work, that which is outside of yourself, and how others perceive you. Ace of Pentacles. They see you as someone who has a lot of potential. Someone who possibly is gifted in some way. Maybe somebody wants to gift you with something tangible, like a job or something, but people see you as hard of work, trying to build something from the beginning, from the ground up. They see you as someone who like a business person. Maybe you are trying to build a business or trying to get a particular job or working towards this particular career, and they see that you're trying to start something new. And perhaps that's why they wanted to come and offer you something, because, you are very optimistic. You do have a undeniable optimism and energy towards things. And when you want to make sure that when you expel your energy, that it's going to somewhere productive, and you're not just wasting your time feeling resentful that you got your time and energy sucked. And they see you as possibly starting something new or receiving a new gift, and you're hard at work. And which makes them want to offer you something, maybe because they feel that you have something that they could benefit off of, or that they want to work with you because they think that you're resourceful and lucky and hardworking, or that you can be super friendly, and that's why they wanted to work from you. Like maybe you had some kind of particular gift that they wanted to benefit from in some way. And it's not like you're unfriendly. You don't mind, like getting together, but it looks like this person was really pushy. Now, your hopes, your fears, your hopes and fears of attaining your goal. The lesson to be learned blocking your development. So your hopes and fears of attaining a goal. Now you hope to be the King of Wands. This is someone who is passionate, but is also very controlled. This is someone who is not impulsive. They think before they act. And, like when you see the group of lionesses on Ready for the Hunt, you don't see them running laps all throughout the day, when they don't need to. They're usually sleeping and reserving their energy for when they need it and for the things that is important for them to expel. So this is a controlled fire, a controlled passion. You want to be able to control your energy and what your energy goes towards. You're also, what you fear is that King of Wands. Why would you fear the King of Wands? That this is something that you would become. Maybe you fear that maybe the issue is on you. Maybe you are a little impulsive, or, like you could get kind of upset, in some certain ways, and you would tend to kind of lash out in a way when you're angry. But maybe it's because you feel like your energy is being drained. I don't know. But you hope to get that all back and start controlling it again, because this person just throws you off and you could feel yourself being fed upon by this person. Now, the outcome, what you will gain from this experience, the reward, the quality or tool that will help you achieve a breakthrough. This is Three of Swords. This is betrayal. Now it's on its side. It seems like you decided to end and walk away from this situation because it was throwing you off balance. Now, you could have stayed and had a conversation with the situation, but you're not really sure if that's the best interest for you. Even though you like to be friendly, you don't like someone coming in and raining on your parade, or, being a hidden enemy in some way. And this person seems like they want to offer you a friendship, an opportunity, a job. But it seems like whenever someone try to offer or a friendship or a relationship, or, but it seems like whenever somebody would offer something like this to you, it seems like you ended up holding the bag and doing all that work, or they would throw you off track, and you don't want that because you don't know if this is something that can be improved. This is on its side. And this seems like whatever situations or problems that you've had with this person, it was multiple times. Like it was like those small betrayals, or like the small situations where you feel that you weren't really considered, or, but regardless if you really know what it is or where it's coming from, and maybe on some regard there is a small side of you that does want to know, on the other side, it doesn't really matter, because it does make you feel kind of like put out, that you don't even really want to deal with it. And if it's making you feel this way, then it's not the right fit for you, you know? Now, Queen of Cups, which you don't see, this is below. This is Queen of Cups. This is someone who can be a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. You know, this is someone who is intuitive, somebody who can be quite empathic. She has a lot of empathy, and she's dipping her foot into the water while the rest of her is on land. So she's trying to listen to her emotions and trying to be grounded and trying to see things in both perspectives by balancing out her energy and her emotions, because it seems like you were thrown off, your feelings were thrown off, and this is where the confusion comes from. And it seems like you are removing yourself from that watery emotion, and you're trying to ground yourself on land a little, when she's just taking a dip in, you know? She's trying to see how she feels about this. And she's trying to go within, and she's trying to reclaim her psychic and emotional energy back. And perhaps there is some intuitive nudges that you were given from the beginning about this particular person or situation that you feel like you didn't see all of the aspects to it until, you know, really far in, until you started feeling really drained and put out. And I don't think it was anything really huge. It was just an accumulation of stuff that really made you feel like that they didn't respect your time and energy. And with you, Leo, like, you're not having that. You're not, because your time and energy, it means a lot to you. You know, you're not about to waste a bunch of energy and expelling it on people who don't even consider you all that much, right? I don't know. Now, advice, fork in the road, trying to make a decision. This is two paths, whether you want to deal with this person or situation and you're still unsure about it, because maybe you do have mutual friends, or maybe you do have this like doubt on whether it was you. But regardless if it was you or not, if it's making you feel frustrated and drained, that's pretty much all the answers that you need to know, right? Now you have a chance to build, and it's important that you make a decision on what you need to build. Is it building this job, this creative project, this career goal, or this certain situation? Or do you want to spend it on something that has been frustrating you or making you feel unheard? That you feel that maybe might even betray you in some way, that you feel kind of like that there's something that you're not seeing, there's something that's being hidden, there's maybe you feel like somebody is talking smack behind your back, and if they didn't screw you over yet, like directly, you felt that they have indirectly in some ways, you know? And now you're just kind of going back and looking, trying to piece together the whole situations and see where you missed. Now, it's important to be fair. Ask what you and the other person contributed to how this turned out, on whether you were fair into expressing your emotions or how you felt, or maybe it wasn't all of them, or maybe it was, or maybe it's not that this person is a bad person, it's just that they're not your person, you know, as in like, look at that, not for you, I didn't even see that. You know, and you don't want to have any ill will, you don't want to think badly on a person, and maybe you did at one point because you feel frustrated that, you know, the worst thing that you can do to a fire sign in general is waste their freaking time, you know. And like time wasters, like, man, they could suck the life out of you. But whether, you're not saying that they're a bad person, they're just not at the space that you find that would be beneficial to help you towards your goals at the moment. So maybe it's time to be fair for yourself. Maybe you ignored a lot of your own comforts, a lot of your own needs, because you're just trying to balance things. You're just trying to, because maybe if this person did have mutual friends or mutual connections, that you wanted to be fair and balance the situation and just give a little bit, just enough to just keep the doorways open. But it was something that can't be balanced, that you could give a little to, because this person seems like they need a lot, and you feel like you're betraying yourself dealing with this person because they expect so much attention. Now, you know it's not for you. And once you let go of this situation, you will have your vitality returned and your happiness returned. And you'll start appreciating the here and now, like the times in between, the present again. And you know that somebody is not good for you, or maybe collectively you're creating a toxic situation, because I don't want to point fingers at anybody, but collectively you don't feel good about yourself hanging around this person. And when you stepped away from this person, you already started to feel better, and that should be all of the answers that you need, right? On whether, who cares of who initiated or started it? Is this person draining your time and energy and resources? And it's time to align your thoughts and feelings towards this, because it'll all be clear to you once you start stepping away and it starts to come back to you. And then you could really notice the difference. Whether you stepped away from this already or you're about to, you will feel a difference. And if it's super good, if you have good things happening to you, towards you, for you, that's a good indication that this situation was not right for you. If you feel miserable, if you feel miserable all the time, you feel drained, you feel headachy, you feel sore, you feel like shit's happening behind your back, then, you know, that's a route you don't want to feed. Now, truth be told, what you don't see, somebody's wearing a mask. And maybe you see the situation enough that you have to protect yourself from it, because you already foresee some kind of impending betrayal because of a lack of courtesy that, or experiences that you've had with this particular person, and you don't want to get involved because you got a lot of other things going on. You're trying to build things, and you know, you try to give what you could, but this person expects way too much, that, you know, way too much energy, time, this person or job that you even have to give. And if it was a healthy person, why do they need so much time and energy from you? You know what I mean? But if you step away and you have good stuff happen to you right away, if things start going right, if you feel your energy starts to increase the longer you're away from this person, that should give you a good indication of what you should, not what you should do, or you know, possibly the best route that you could take. But that's what I got for you, Leo. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Donation box below if you feel moved to do so. And sometimes they leave extra notes on the bottom and such if I channel anything more. But much love and light to ya, and I'll chat with you later. Bye.